Hello and welcome to our Getting Started with Games and Activities video. I'll be walking you through how to log in, find activities, change access settings, and understand the learning objectives inside games and activities. So what is games and activities? It's a set of online game-based activities designed to support learners with special educational needs to help them build important access skills. It's broken down into 6 learning objectives that progress the learner from early cause and effect all the way up to complex choice-making skills. So let's show you how to quickly get started. To begin, you'll need access to what we call the HelpKidzLearn Hub. You can access the HelpKidzLearn Hub from our main website using the green button. Your login will be the login to use to access HelpKidzLearn with your learners. It's separate from the payee account login, which is used for managing billing and subscriptions. Once you've logged in, you'll see the products included in your subscription. For this video, we're going to select games and activities. Before you start playing games and activities, it will ask you who is playing. This is where you can choose or set up a student profile. Student profiles are useful because they allow you to save a learner's access settings, so you don't need to set them up again each time. You can also create groups and assign learners, which can be helpful if you're using games and activities across a class, a department, or a therapy team. For this quick tour, I'm going to use the default option. This is a good way to explore the activities quickly, but for regular use, we recommend setting up individual student profiles for your learners. You're now on the Games and Activities main page. At first, they can look like a lot of activities to choose from, but the filters at the very top can help you narrow things down. Games and Activities is organised by learning objectives and then broken down further by milestones. These help you choose activities based on the skill you want to support. There's lots of activities to choose from to help you engage your learner. You can click a learning objective or a milestone to break down which activity you're looking for. You can also search for an activity if you know the name. So, spray art. Just X out of that and it will just take you back to where you were before. Now let's open a few activities starting with cause and effect. Cause and effect activities are often a good starting point for learners who are discovering that their action can make something happen. Cause and effect has multiple milestones such as press and hold, press and let go, press it again and more. They help a learner progress their chosen method at a pace suitable for them. So I'm going to show you growing musicians. This activity is part of the press and hold milestone. The idea for this is simple. If the learner presses and holds, something happens, and when they let go, it stops. So let's just go in. Okay, so I'm now on my mouse, and if I hold my mouse and let go, you can see that the character appears and then it disappears. I can also change my access method. So if I go to the cog on the top right, and then I select one switch selection, you can also select touch for this activity and press done. I can get my switch and I can press, hold, let go and it disappears. So I'll come out of that and press quit. And that will just take you back to the main screen. So next, let's look at sequential. Sequential activities build on cause and effect. Instead of making one thing happen, the learner presses and selects to move through a short sequence. So we can select sequential And then what I'll do is I'll go down to 5 Little Aliens, which is a nice little counting song. Let's play. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use the switch to press.
One little man in a flying saucer flew around the world one day. He looked left and right and said, "What a lovely sight, and now it's time to play."
And then what will happen is it'll encourage the user to press the switch again, or whatever access method they're using. So I'm going to press again.
Two little men in a flying saucer flew around the world one day.
So as you can see from that activity, each action made the next part of the activity happen. So this is really helpful for building anticipation, turn taking, attention, and early understanding of order. The goal is really for the learner to begin recognising that their actions can move something forward step by step. So let's come out of this activity and we'll be taken back to where we were before. Okay, so let's now look at attention and timing. So we just click on the top there. So these activities support learners to watch, wait, and respond when something appears or changes. Okay, so let's now find an activity to have a go with. So I'm going to try Haunted House. And let's go into that one. Okay, so I'm going to activate my switch. Let's come out. So that one was looking at random locations. So every time it appeared at a different window, we pressed our switch. So the attention and timing learning objectives are quite useful to help learners who are beginning to develop more control over when they act, rather than pressing straight away every time. You can use these activities to observe how well the learner watches the screen and anticipates what might happen and responds at the right time. So next we'll have a look at targeting and timing. So I'll just go up and I'm going to select targeting and timing there. So the target and timing activities support learners to aim for something on the screen and track their movement or respond at the right moment. So some activities may use a target that stays in one place. Others may introduce movement or variable timing, where the learner needs to wait or respond when the moment is right. This helps learners build visual attention, tracking, timing, and purposeful control. Okay, so let's go and have a look at an activity to show you. So I'm going to select Splat the Clowns, which is very popular. Okay, so I'm going to wait until it's time to activate the switch. So now.
Oh!
So as you can see with that one, that's a really useful activity for showing how and when to activate the switch at the right moment. So next up is introduce choice. So I'll select that at the top there. So introduce choice activities are a gentle step into making choices. The learner may choose between two objects, two actions, or simple options where their choices changes what happens next. So, for example, the learner might choose between two items on screen. Their selection then causes a different response. This helps build the idea that choices have meaning. Okay, so I'm going to look for an activity. So I am going to go for Tin Can Tower. And for this one, I have set the access settings to two switch scanning. So you can use mouse, one switch, eye gaze, and touch. So for this one, I'm going to press my one switch. And then I'm going to pick up my other one.
Yeah, knock it down.
Okay, so you can repeat that one, but I'm just going to exit out. So finally, let's look at choice making. So we'll come up back to the top. And I'm going to find choice making. So choice making activities give learners more opportunities to make purposeful selections. This might include finding, matching, completing a set, creating a scene, exploring options. So at this stage, the learner may be thinking more carefully about what they want to choose, where something is on screen, or how different options relate to each other. Choice making activities can support visual discrimination, problem solving, communication, preference, and independence. Okay, so I'm going to find an activity and I'm going to choose Smarty Pants. So for this one, I'm setting it to one switch scanning. So otherwise you can choose two switch scanning where you choose two eye gaze, but you can also go into the scanning settings and choose the different settings for scan speed or automatically start scanning as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so I'm going to activate my switch. And then if I wait, it will go on to the next option until I'm ready to make my selection. Okay, so I'm going to activate this one. And then I'm going to select an emotion. Go for this one. Okay, so you can carry on with that, but I'm going to exit out. So that's a quick tour of getting started with games and activities. The simplest way to begin is to choose a learner profile, select an access method, and pick a learning objective that matches your learner's current skills. Start with one or two motivating activities and watch how the learner responds, what they enjoy, and what they can do with support. Over time, you can use the learning objectives to choose what to try next, from early cause and effect through to more purposeful choice making. For more support, download the Games and Activities Getting Started guide. It gives you a simple overview of the milestones, access methods, and what to observe, and the top activities to try first. Thanks for watching, and we hope this helps you get started with games and activities.